It heard you, Mr. Troutman.
That was awesome.
That's cool.
I pointed it out.
Hello, my name is Tim Kivisto, and I'm going to tell you about the LeConte Glacier trip. So you may be thinking about taking a trip to Southeast Alaska or Petersburg. Well, I'm going to tell you in this podcast about a spot that you cannot miss during your stay. This place is filled with beautiful sights and amazing things that you would not be able to find in many other places in the world. This place that I am talking about is LeConte Glacier, located just southeast of the town of Petersburg. Named after the California biologist Joseph LeConte, the glacier is known for its calving face and shooters that break off 800 feet underwater and come shooting up out of the water. As you first enter the fjord, one of the first things that you notice are the huge icebergs that get caught on the underwater moraines. Moraines are debris that is left behind by the slowly receding glacier. As you venture deeper into the fjord, you will come across what look like a layer of small icebergs on the top of the water. You will also notice amazing striations and grooves from the glacier slowly carving away at the steep headwalls. If you look around you at the mountaintops, you will notice that there are a few horns. These are the rock cores of the mountains that were once eroded away by the glaciers that surrounded them. When you look straight ahead, you will see the LeConte Glacier looking out at you, almost like a hermit crab peering out of its shell. LeConte Glacier is a valley glacier, meaning that it never flows outside the valley walls. It is roughly 21 miles long and 1 mile wide. It flows out of the south end of the Stikine ice field straight into LeConte Bay. When you look to your right, you will see a massive U-shaped valley. This is a valley that a glacier has flowed through and widened the bottom into a U-shape. In that valley, you will find a hanging valley glacier, which is a tributary glacier that always meets the bigger valley with a steep drop. An arête, which is a knife-edged rock wall that is caused from two glaciers eroding on each side, and an ice fall, which is a large waterfall of ice that most often leads to the creation of crevasses, which are large cracks in the ice. As you get close up to the glacier and the temperature drops, you will be able to hear the thundering noise of the glacial calves. One of the most amazing things that I have ever seen was the calving of the glacier. The thunderous noise, along with the monster wave that it produced, was just incredible. One other part that really added to the true beauty of the fjord was the orange rocks. These rocks are orange from the oxidation of the high iron deposits in them, so they are literally a rusting rock. There are also many lateral moraines on the sides of the fjord. These moraines are formed when debris gets left behind on the sidewalls of the fjord. It's not all just ice and rocks either though. If you look around you, there is almost always animal life all over the fjord. You will be able to see seals and their pups resting on the layer of small icebergs that cover the surface of the water. Then if you look up the sides of the fjord, many times you will be able to see mountain goats navigating their way across the steep sidewalls of the valley. And sometimes you will be able to see whales jumping and breaching in the deep waters of the bay. The glacier also has a connection to the town's past history and ongoing economy. When Petersburg was first founded and consisted only of a small cannery on Mitkoff Island, they used ice from the glacier to store, pack, and ship all of the fish that they got into the cannery. Nowadays, in the summer times, tourists love to come into the town to be able to see the glacier, and they always end up leaving amazed by the sheer beauty and size of the glacier and fjord. So you may be thinking to yourself, why should I go on a trip to LeConte Glacier? Well, everything from the glacial striations on the valley walls, to the mountain goats above them, to the extra knowledge that you get just from being there and learning about the glacier, should be all the reason you need to want to visit LeConte for yourself. So no matter how you get there, whether it's on a kayak, a charter, or even in a helicopter, the trip will surely be far past worthwhile.